More on this, let's bring in attorney, publisher for the Illinois Review, Scott Kaspar. Scott, this is something that we've never seen before. Attorneys going after attorneys for representing clients. Is there any type of counter complaint here that could be filed on behalf of the people being targeted?
Well, Carl, thank you for having me on your show. And, this is outrageous what we're seeing playing out where, lawyers such as Rudy Giuliani, America's lawyer, are being prosecuted for what? The crime of representing their clients. It's unheard of. And, is there stuff that they can do to you mentioned counterclaims. Well, the Constitution sets forth, the Sixth Amendment is the right of defense to have an attorney. And it's unfathomable to think that someone like Rudy Giuliani is now being prosecuted for what? For having represented Donald Trump. It's a chilling effect. And really, as Mr. Dershowitz pointed out, lawyers are going to be unwary to want to take on, clients that are not in good graces with the controlling party.
Sure. Well, let's actually rewind a little bit to that. And, obviously, Donald Trump doesn't exactly, let's say he doesn't qualify for financial aid in any capacity. He's a very wealthy man. Right. So let's say a bunch of these attorneys eventually just say, A, I'm not going to represent you because I'm worried about my own law license and my livelihood. Does that set us up for a constitutional crisis? What happens if he cannot find an attorney to defend him?
And I think that's exactly the goal of this Project 65 is to make conservative attorneys, run for the hills. And so that there's only going to be attorneys for, Democratic election challenges in the future. And by the way, in every election going all the way back to Jefferson, and including Jefferson, the elections have been contested and challenged. It's something.
There's plenty of legal mechanisms to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that is the problem. Is like you've had electors not vote for people. You had congressmen not vote to certify it. And that's okay. Like, it's, I mean, maybe not okay, but it's not illegal. So at the other end of it, how in the world do you rein in a group of attorneys that they publish statements like we just read over there, which is very legalese within the bounds of the law, but they're actually doing something far different? How do you rein that in?
Well, I think, in the instance of Rudy Giuliani, the way you rein that in is you have to take this to court. You have to prove that it's a complete fraud. You have to show that we do have these constitutional rights. And, and in the instance of challenging elections, that's hardwired into the First Amendment. The First Amendment says that you have a right, to redress the government, to petition the government. And that's what these lawyers, that's what Mr. Dershowitz did in the year 2000 in Bush v. Gore. And if we don't have that right, then what other rights do we not have in the Constitution?
Well, the left would love to eliminate the Second Amendment right, too. Scott Kaspar, pleasure, sir.